The Hawaiian Islands are truly an amazing part of the world, and especially the United States. Of course, Oahu remains the most commercialized and popular island. While it does offer an escape from the city life, any trip to Hawaii is definitely worth visiting the other islands, which are noticeably more relaxed. After 2 days on the Big Island, it was time to position back to Honolulu and once again jump aboard one of Hawaiian's Boeing 717s. Inter-island flying in Hawaii is always something special, and even more so on the 717s, an aircraft type that remains in passenger service only in the United States. On that note, I hope you'll enjoy this video, and let's head back to Oahu. Aloha from the Hawaii Belt Road, as after spending most of the day on the eastern side of the island in Hilo, we're headed back to Kona for this evening's flight. Now, of course, Hilo has an airport of its own, but considering we flew into Kona and got our rental car from there, it was easier and cheaper to keep the return from Kona as well. And that's a good thing because in my opinion, Kona is the most unique airport in the Hawaiian Islands, and we're going to explore that aspect further very shortly. I had already checked in online through the Hawaiian Airlines app, but with 3 hours left until my 8 p.m. flight, I wanted to see if we could catch an earlier flight back to Honolulu. So I headed over to the Hawaiian check-in area, and sure enough, today was somehow the only day that the staff were offering complimentary flight changes, and after some document checks, my family and I were given our new boarding passes for the 7 p.m. flight 517. TSA pre-check was pretty easy this evening, and I was through within minutes. At the moment, Kona Airport is undergoing renovations, so there's a lot of scaffolding and barricades as improvements are made. This evening, we're on flight 517 to Honolulu, and you can see our original flight 547 listed just below. Honolulu is the busiest destination from Kona, having served over 730,000 passengers between August of 2023 and July 2024. Currently, Hawaiian Airlines alone serves this route 17 times a day, and here at Gate 9, passengers are boarding the 6 p.m. flight to Honolulu. Now, one reason why Kona is such a unique airport is because it's the only major Hawaiian airport lacking jet bridges, meaning everyone boards via stairs or mobile ramps, which I don't think anybody minds given the beautiful weather here. And for those who didn't notice, this WestJet 737 MAX 8 also appeared in the previous video. Thanks to mechanical issues, it was stranded on the island for a few days before eventually going back to Canada. Kona Airport was renamed in 2017 after astronaut Ellison Onizuka, who was born and raised in Kona and was sadly among the 7 crew members who perished in the 1986 Challenger space shuttle disaster. Another thing that makes Kona Airport so unique is its terminal design. It's comprised of multiple open-air, tropical-style structures, giving it by far the most open-air terminal in the Hawaiian Islands. This very open-air design of the original terminal means you can hear all the aircraft action on the ramp and get amazing views of the action, and especially the unbeatable Hawaiian sunsets. The terminal also has a good amount of shops and food places that I didn't cover, and some new additions including gates 11 and 12, which are the only parts of the terminal that are fully enclosed. One last set of facts that I can't not mention about Kona Airport is that it's one of 3 Hawaiian airports that receive regular wide-body aircraft service. United flies 777-200s from Denver and seasonal 787-8s from Chicago, in addition to Prime Air's cargo 767s and UPS 747s. And up until a few years ago, Kona was the only other Hawaiian airport apart from Honolulu with long-haul international flights. Japan Airlines began nonstop service from Tokyo Narita in 1996 that was historically flown on DC-10s and 747s, but most recently by 767-300s. Unfortunately, this service has been suspended since 2022 with no current plans to resume. Hawaiian Airlines also offered long-haul service with A330-200 flights to Tokyo Haneda beginning in 2016. After a brief suspension, flights resumed in 2023, only to be cut in 2024 due to poor market conditions. This evening, we're on November 494 Hotel Alpha back to Honolulu, a 20-year-old 717 that previously flew with Midwest Airlines, Mexicana Click, and Volotea before coming to Hawaiian in 2017. It currently has some special decals promoting the new Moana 2 movie that came out in December. Boarding started on time, and this was when we officially got our seat assignments for the flight, given we were previously on standby. The process was a little slow, but given we are boarding outside, that's not something we get every day on the mainland, so I enjoyed it as much as I could. Hawaiian's Boeing 717 seats 128 passengers with 8 seats in first class and 120 in main cabin. Again, I don't understand the appeal of first class given these inter-island flights average 30 minutes in length. So for this flight, I was assigned middle seat 22B. There's not much to the seats themselves, but they're perfectly fine for these short flights, and unlike the window seats, the middle and aisle seats have sufficient underseat storage space. And the Moana 2 swag continues on the inside of the aircraft as well, with the overhead bins having special decals.
If you're traveling with a child, we suggest you secure your mask first, then assist your child with an additional mask, making sure that it fits tightly.
So yeah, that takeoff footage was atrocious, and I apologize, but now that we're in flight, the only service was the classic Hawaiian guava juice, which I really appreciated given the short flight. I didn't cover this last time, but Hawaiian is one of, I think, 2 US airlines, Allegiant being the other one, that still offer a proper in-flight magazine. And the cool thing about Hawaiian is that they actually encourage you to keep the magazines for yourself. But that was about it. Because we're flying over mainly water at nighttime, there wasn't much else to see or report on. As expected, the flight went by in no time, and we were already on descent into Oahu. Our approach brought us in from the southeast, eventually turning base over Kapolei and landing on runway 8 left.
We'll be landing very shortly. Please make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened and your tray.
So our trip to the Big Island was booked as a package deal, including rental car and hotel accommodations alongside the flights. Usual round-trip tickets between the islands go for anywhere from $80 to $150 and maybe even higher depending on the time of year. Now, given we are in Hawaii, Hawaiian Airlines would always be my number one choice if their prices are comparable to Southwest. And from an aviation enthusiast perspective, the Boeing 717 is an obsolete aircraft outside of the US, given only Hawaiian and Delta are left flying them. Thankfully, both carriers have not announced any concrete retirement plans for their 717s, which is pretty encouraging. Aloha and welcome back to Honolulu. I'd have just 2 more days here before the time came to head back to the mainland. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time when we pick up right back here at Honolulu Airport, take care, stay safe, and see you soon. Aloha.